Will Phantasy Star Online 2 fail in the West? That's a question I've been kicking around in my head since last summer when it was first announced at E3. And depends on who you ask, honestly. But it had its closed beta for the Xbox One recently, and it got some pretty glowing endorsements all around. And I was happy to see people enjoying it. Of course, I don't have an Xbox One myself, so I couldn't be in on that. But my days of buying a console for a single game are behind me. And quite frankly, there just aren't enough games out there exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. I mean, that's what you're really paying for. It's basically a glorified Windows PC, but I digress. So over the past few weeks, before and after the beta, a lot of folks have been pumping out guides and all kinds of information about the game, whet people's appetite, help them navigate those first few levels, and that's great. But, I'm going to do something a little different here, and I'm going to outline why this game might not do as well as people may think. And keep in mind, this isn't me saying I hope it does or trying to discourage anyone from playing it. You do you. Number one, it's old. I mean, unless you've been living under a rock, you likely heard about this game. I mean, it was announced back in September 2010 at the Tokyo Game Show. So yeah, a decade. And, they had the alpha and alongside the Phantasy Star Portable 2 Infinity. People who bought that got a chance to be in the alpha. Then there was a closed beta the following spring, and I was in that, and it was pretty cool. Then you had the open beta that summer. Then finally in July 2012, it began. This beast went live. And I was there too. And I enjoyed it, yes. But let's look at what else has gone on in that span of time. Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 came and went, then came back from the grave with Realm Reborn and its subsequent expansions. It's kicking ass right now with Shadowbringers. See, I know there have been a few WoW expansions in that time. Couple console generations. So yeah, time has marched on, and so have a lot of the so-called waiters, waiting for the day this game finally comes here. A day that never really came until recently, and yeah, this game's so long in the tooth that anyone who is even remotely serious about playing it currently does or already has by now, which dovetails with my next point. And number two, this game already has an established community. And by that I mean there's already a whole community of English-speaking players on the Japanese servers right now. And there has been since the very beginning. Very knowledgeable people, very passionate about this game, like PSO World and the folks who translate it at ArcSlayer. They've been doing some great work over the past 8 years. I mean, hats off to them. Pretty much every major barrier to entry has been removed. But, I can understand the folks who just can't be bothered to jump through all the extra hoops to play on the Japanese servers, and they want an official translated product with proper support, which, let's be honest, the last two iterations of this franchise online didn't really get over here. I mean, it's just unfortunate. And number three is this game caters to a rather specific niche audience. I mean, this game is just straight up dripping anime, and not everyone's gonna enjoy that aesthetic. Number four, other games have come along and improved on the formula. I mean, you had the original Phantasy Star Online. It laid the groundwork for online console RPGs with its hack and slash simplistic Diablo-light gameplay, and it was fun. And we loved it. Okay, we loved it. It was easy to pick up, oftentimes hard to put down, and it was very much enjoyable. It paved the way for other online console RPGs like Final Fantasy XI, which was the first console pure MMO. Yeah, it influenced Monster Hunter. Oh, speaking of Monster Hunter, I mean, that franchise took everything from PSO and just improved upon it on so many levels. But where Monster Hunter thrived, PSO struggled. Phantasy Star didn't really catch up to the handheld market until 2008. By then, I think Monster Hunter already had 2 portable games, maybe 3. Let's see, Phantasy Star Portable came out like 2008, and you know what? If I'm not 100% accurate on this, whatever. I'm just ad-libbing here, going by memory. So back to Monster Hunter. Like 10 out of its top 20 top-selling games have been from Monster Hunter. Like, it's not even close. Like, Monster Hunter World is Capcom's best-selling game right now. I think as of like last December, it was like 12 million units or some ridiculous number. Then just behind it, it was like another Monster Hunter game, if I if I remember the chart right. But yeah, they're all about their Monhun. Not only that, Phantasy Star, just as a franchise from the beginning, never truly enjoyed household status like your Final Fantasy or your Dragon Quest due to whatever reasons, like their marketing or whatever. Also, what does this mean for the future of the Japanese servers? How much longer do they have left in them? They've been going for almost 10 years now. But it's not all doom and gloom, though. I did promise something of a happy ending here. The best thing they can do is play to the game's strengths. This game is like some of the best character creation I've ever seen in any online game. I mean, seriously. Just the possibilities are almost endless, I'd say. Well, within the limitations. I mean, they've done so many crossovers over the years. It's like not even funny, from Monster Hunter, Nier Automata, but at this point, which franchise hasn't done something with Nier Automata? Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, Persona 5. The list just goes on and on and on. Yeah, what's that? You want to be your favorite character from a certain anime or game? Hey, have at it. You got the money and you can find the stuff in the player shops. Yeah, boom. You can be your favorite character, voice and all. It's crazy. The combat in this game is also, in my opinion, enjoyable. I mean, it's not as nuanced as some of the other games of its type, but it's pretty good. And I've never seen a social media team for a game be as engaging and responsive as the one for the Western servers for this game. I mean, those guys are on fire. I've been back and forth with them over the past few weeks, and it's been great. It really has. The social media team is just top notch, I gotta say it. But anyway, back to the question, will PSO2 fail in the West? And the answer is, who knows? So what do you guys think? Is it too little, too late, or do you think it actually has a shot here? If you're one of those people who waited all this time for an official English launch, I hope it's everything you wanted it to be and then some, and yeah. If you're a first timer, welcome. And I hope you enjoy your time as a member of ARX. Thanks for watching, and peace.